Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and this morning I am going to do an updated craft room tour. So I've had a lot of people asking me to do an updated craft room tour, and a couple people who are mad at me because they said, you said you would, but you didn't. So yeah, I think they're just joking, but seriously, I got everything kind of cleaned up last night, and that's the reason I haven't done it, is it's really hard to get this room cleaned up enough to film it. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do right now. And I'm just going to show you how I store everything and where everything is kept. So I know I've done these in the past, and I will say this disclaimer. I don't know how I'm going to explain this storage system to you because I don't totally understand it myself, but I'm going to give it a try. So there is Sadie. Sadie. She's very sleepy. Look at her. That's her very sleepy look. She's like, you're disturbing me. But okay, so let me turn around here now. If you get seasick, I'm going to try to be very gentle with walking, but there's no way to film this stationary, okay? So here is the door to the room, and I have a shoe organizer hanging on the back of the door. And all of the things in the shoe organizer on this door are things that I sell on my website. Okay, on the wall over there are they're little things I got at a yard sale, and I don't even know what they are. They're just decorations, I guess, but they're perfect for hanging things on. If you can see, they have little loops on there. There they are. And so all the fire polish beads that I have for sale on my website are hanging on those. So I keep the stuff that I sell on my website and the stuff that I have in my own personal stash separate, because I don't want to, not have somebody buy something and then it's not there. So that would be really bad. Okay. So that is that. And then it will pan around. Of course, the bed is in here. This is our guest room as well. It's not just my bead room. Now, underneath the bed, I'm not going to pull it out, but there's a tub under there. There's several tubs under there. One has all of my like jewelry cards and stuff that I use if I go to a craft show to put the jewelry on, my label maker, all that kind of stuff. The other one under there is finished jewelry that's just packaged and ready to sell. It's in a tub under there. And then I have a third tub under there that has baggies in it, like that things come to me in, and I just keep all those baggies. Okay. Now on the bed, there are Sadie's bones. um, but she gets up here, no matter how much I try to straighten this bed, and look how messy it looks. No matter how much I try to straighten it, she jumps up here and like burrows in those pillows. She makes a nest. But these things right here on the bed, these trays are things that I have got ready to give to people. So there's one there for a friend. There's one there for Casey from Crystalline Designs. There are two there for some people that I'm just sending some jewelry supplies to as a gift. So that's what those are. And then, if you come over here, Sadie. She's very sleepy this morning. I think we woke her up too early. Watch her, she's going to stretch. It's a rough life you live, isn't it? Yeah, she's like, leave me alone. Okay, so over here, back here is where I keep all of my crystals and charms, and like the down on the bottom there are notebooks, but it's mainly like flatbacks, chatons, Swarovski, just even fake crystals, and all my charms are right there. Okay, then if we come up here, I have a pegboard, and I need to make better use of this pegboard. Chris put this up for me, and I'm not using it very efficiently at the moment, but I need everything at my fingertips. So the stuff that's hanging up here, except for the pliers and the scissors, which I use all the time, like those things that are up there, Kumi Homo boards and Bead Buddy design boards and stuff, I don't use very often. Okay. And then down here we have all the Harbor Freight containers, and these are all bicones. So this is how I do these. I do them by color. So let me open this up. Okay, so, and I don't just use the Harbor Freight. See, these are the little Harbor Freight boxes, but I also use these that came from the Dollar Tree and baggies. But these are all blue bicones. So all my blue ones are in there. And here's some more blue ones. I had a lot of blue ones. But there's pink, there's purple. So I have them all sorted by color in their containers in there. And then I do the same thing with fire polish. So all these fire polish are sorted by color. And then these are just odd shaped things. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I can't even explain my own system. So I don't know really how to explain this other than it's just weird shaped things. Like these are some little triangular shaped things, and I don't know, tiny odd shaped things go in here. Now I have a lot of bigger odd shaped things. They don't go in there, just the tiny ones do. So it doesn't make sense, I know. And then in these containers, and these are actually photo holders, they came in a big like satchel thing that I guess it's for like scrapbookers and stuff, but I have all my little rondelles. Anything 6mm and under. Actually 4mm. I don't even think I have 6mm. Maybe I do have a few in there, but 4mm and under are in there. Rondelles. Okay, and then these are the containers that Beth sent me that I absolutely love. I love those. I think they're so pretty. And in one of them is lobster claws, and then the other one is rhinestone spacers. I couldn't remember. That is a magnetic dish that just catches a lot of stuff. There's safety pins, there's regular pins, there's my change that I use when I take pictures to show sizes. Then back there we have a little owl, and he's got the remote, a ruler, a pen, a lighter for resin, a Sharpie, just miscellaneous things like that in there. Okay, so then if we go down here, let me get down here. You heard my knee pop, didn't you? Okay, so that's all my chain. Now, I say all my chain, like I said, my storage system makes no sense. There's some chain here. There's some chain hanging on the wall. So this is chain that's like bits and pieces that I've used, or it's mostly chain that's had pieces taken off of it, not like whole big long strips. So that's that. Then there's stringing, fire line, all that kind of stuff. Then there's wire back there. And back there is like cord and that kind of stuff. And there's trash bags for the thing. And then down here is all my faux leather stuff, cutout pieces, flat pieces that I can use to cut out from, and the rolls. So that's all down there. Okay. And then I have a heater and a fan for use as necessary. Okay, and then we come up here, and in this, now it's kind of funny the way I did this. These were actual shelves that came in like a rolly cart kind of thing. And some of these things, like that white thing right there, was a drawer. And I just took it out, set it on its side, and made a cubby out of it. So over here we have stretch cord, tiger tail, glasses. I have tons of Dollar Tree glasses in there, and my magnifier thing. I don't wear that magnifier thing very often because it hurts my nose, but sometimes I need it. Ear wires and more ear wires, and then bead soup down on the bottom. And then up here on the top of this, let me get around this light. There is a little magnetic thing that all of my needles that have string left on them, I stick them on there and just dangle that over the side, and it's just out of the way. And then that's the rice that I use when I'm doing like setting stones or something. I put them in that rice so they dry even. Okay. Then next we have the Harbor Freight containers again. Some of them. Now, some of these containers I bought at Joann's on sale last year. They were like $2.99, and they stack and like lock together on the edges. But those are all 6.0s, 15.0s, and Delicas at the top. Then this container, this thing I got at AC Moore when they were going out of business, and I like it, and it just holds a bunch of tiny things like noodles, bezels, clamshells, just all kinds of little findings are in those. And there's a couple that I don't have a thing for. And I need to put labels on a couple of those. I try to label everything. Now on the in this tray right here is a project that I'm working on. So anything that I'm working on goes in a tray. That way if I can't finish it that day, I can set it aside and it's all just together. And I have more of these trays that stack, so if I have another project, I can just stack it on there. Okay, so here we have spacers, chandeliers. And here we have gold and copper metal beads, silver metal beads. I really need to go through all these containers and clean them up. They're just, but yeah. And then over here we have bead caps, gold, copper, silver. So up there is a piece of tape that I have string stuck on. So extra string that doesn't have a needle attached to it gets stuck on that piece of tape. I know, silly, but. And then over here are 11-0 seed beads. Up here, bugle beads, super duos, 2-hole beads, 8-0s, all stacked in those containers there. This is my thing that I film with. Let me move it out of the way. And believe it or not, even though I have this work light up here, I've got these two lights also because I just can't see. It's terrible. Okay, so hanging, there's my coffee and my water with lemon. And notice the Star Wars mug. This tree has finished jewelry that needs pictures taken on it. So anything that I've finished that I need to take pictures of to put up on the website goes there. Let's see, we have toggles and clasps, drops and briolets, flowers and leaves and petals. Now these are all just, I need to clean these out too, but they're all just in little containers in there, just kind of stacked in, and now I can't get that back in there. Oh man, okay, I'll have to do that in a minute. Set that aside, sorry. Okay, and then these are just trays like that I use to put little things in, or like those things on the bed that I have little, and then down there are some, these are things I need to finish, like the project tray. So this is 2 months worth of the curated bead box that I need to do, and then down there's an AliExpress haul that I'm saving till I get more of the stuff, and then I'm going to show it. So that's what those are. Those things there are papers like scratch paper, cards, labels, just stuff that I use like when shipping or whatever. This says jump rings on it. It used to have jump rings in it, but it doesn't anymore. This right here is just a tray that has some stuff in it. Like I'm wanting to do a tutorial on this necklace. I want to do a tutorial on this, so that's kind of what that is. Okay, then right here I have, now this drawer is a mess. I'm going to clean it out, but it's a mess right now. It just has a ton of stuff in it. It needs cleaned out so bad. But it's got my trays in here that I use. It's got the E6000, whoops, in there. It's got my eye drops. It's got needles, this hand cleaner thing that Heidi sent me, jewelry cleaning, just a menagerie of stuff that I've got to clean that drawer out. Then this drawer has head pins and eye pins, and this was really neat too at one time, but not anymore, so it needs cleaned out too. But they're all separated out, it just doesn't look like it. But they're all in these are the containers from the Dollar Tree, and I just put them in there. So head pins and eye pins in this drawer, and the bottom drawer there just has notebooks and stuff in it, and I'm not going to open it because it's really hard to get closed. There's the trash can. And then this was actually a rolling cart, and I took the wheels off of it, and it had those drawers in it. There's the drawer that I made cubbies out of right there. So that's what came from that cart right there. Okay, so over here is my shipping table. So I've got my 2 scales because one measures bigger packages. I started out with this little one, and it measures good, like grams, like seed beads and stuff, but the other one I need for when I mail out boxes or whatever, because you have to, if it's more than a pound, this little scale won't weigh it. That tree there has cutters and a ruler to cut all of the Coriana chain that I sell on the website. So that's that. Up top, we have a clock and a picture of Chris playing his sax, some seed bead soup, buttons, and this little thermometer thing was my grandmother's, and Landon gave it to me this past Mother's Day. He took it when she passed away. when we were cleaning out her house, he took that and he's had it ever since, and then he gave it to me. I thought that was sweet. That's a container of things that need pictures as well as the ones hanging on that tree down there. Okay, so this is where I keep chain and stuff that I sell. So that's store chain. And then these are store rondelles. So once you get past about this part right here, most of this stuff is stuff that I sell on the website. Well, sort of. You'll see here in a second. Okay, so down there is an aloe plant that's not doing well and boxes of stuff that I'm donating. Okay, over here we have Sadie and Sebastian's bed, which they lay on. Some books. These are just storage shelves. Stuff for donations. I don't know, just this is all shipping supplies right here. You wouldn't believe how much it takes to ship stuff out. Trays, unfinished jewelry, bead mats up there, the Cricut, just other, this is all stuff that I use to take pictures in that gray basket. Okay, and then we've got the, these are all my beads, my stash. So they are in these were rolling carts. I took the wheels off, zip tied them together, and stacked them. Okay, so there's 2 of the rolling carts. You can get those for $29.99 at Michael's, and they're super. I love them. So I have in the bottom 3 drawers down there pearls. So I separate out pearls, and then I separate the other beads by colors. So I have pearls separate. I keep tiny rondelles separate, I keep bicones separate, and fire polish separate. So if it's not in one of those categories, then it falls in these drawers, okay? Each one is labeled by color, and they're a mess inside, but they're all, well, most of them usually are in containers, a bag, something, but yeah, they're kind of messy now. I really need to clean them out, and I might do that this next week when I'm off. But here they are. So everything is kind of separated out. They're just messy. But there's a drawer for each color bead. So I've got orange, light blue, pink, white / cream / clear, green, 2 drawers of green. I have a lot of green. Red, what's under red? Purple, dark blue, yellow, and then these are cream colored. I know that says white, cream, clear, but it got too full, and so it's actually just white and clear, and these are cream. Then we have silver, black, brown, gold, multicolored beads. So anything that's like this, a bunch together that I don't want to separate. And then the 3 drawers of pearls. On the bottom that says kid beads down there, but it's actually pearls. I need to take that label off. And then 2 turquoise drawers. So that's how I store my stash of beads, like I said, that aren't bicones, rondelles, or fire polish, or pearls. They go in drawers like that. Here's the thing I was talking about with the chain. So these are other chain. These are like really big, long pieces. So the ones in that container over there are mostly shorter pieces. Okay, then we come to the closet. So now it's kind of messy in here, guys, but this, I'm going to show you. So I had a dresser in here before, and I decided that it was wasted space. I did have stuff in the dresser drawers, but still, I felt like it was wasted space that could be better used. So this is another shoe organizer that's got stuff that I sell in the store, bead caps, bicones, that kind of stuff on the website. In here, those are little baggies. This is where I do most of, there's my computer. So this is where I do most of my, like I sit down there and fill my orders and ship things. I do not want to be on that computer screen because I'm not dressed for that. Okay. So these, okay, the top shelf has a lot of boxes. So boxes, shipping stuff, resin, it's a mess up there. And then here we've got unfinished objects. These are things that need finished in that pink thing. Seashells. Those need repaired. Millefiori glass, filigree, acrylic flowers, hearts, rings and bracelet blanks, jump rings that I don't use a lot of, like they're colored. Like, see, there's some purple ones and blue ones and stuff like that. So they're in here. Nautical theme stuff, crackled glass, crosses, pendants. Anything that you can make a pendant out of is there. Freshwater pearls, cat's eye, rings, not rings like you wear, but rings like soldered rings for jewelry making. Butterflies, dangles. So these dangles are things that I've made, like if I was creating a charm bracelet and had extra. So I'll put them in there. Polymer clay, wooden beads, lampwork glass. These are tassels and flowers. Then we have fancy beads, which basically means the Jesse James beads right there. Fancy ones. Large hole beads. What are these? Oh, shell. Shell, a mother of pearl, and this one's thing's coming off. Cubes. So any like glass cubes or cube beads, whatever, are in there. Down here are some gemstone. This is all gemstone stuff down here. I just need to better organize it. But yeah, that's all gemstone stuff. And then metal beads down there, like big metal beads that don't fit in the little containers over there. Okay. And there's my computer, so, you know, when I sit down to fill orders, this is where I do it. So underneath there are boxes. Look at all these boxes. There's my step stool because I cannot reach much. And then this is like tape and bubble mailers and my poly mailers and ruler and just anything I would need to ship stuff. And then here are pendants, like gemstone pendants or... mostly gemstone pendants are hanging up here, and these are just shower curtain or curtain rods, and these are garden. These little things are used to stake up your vegetables in the garden. But they work great for this, so that's where I have those. And then on this door, I have hooks with pearls and some rondelles. Those, again, are website products. So that is pretty much my entire craft room. I do have some other supplies that are out in the garage, but they're not really jewelry making supplies. They're more just crafting supplies, like, I don't know what's out there, just stuff like tulle and wreath making stuff, that kind of stuff. So, and I've thought, you know, how can I maximize this space in here a little bit more? And one thing I'm considering doing is putting a shelf around the entire top of the room, like about a foot down from the ceiling. And I could store stuff up there that I don't use very often. So that's a thought that I may do. So anyway, this is the craft room. That's how I store things. It may not make sense to everybody, but it works for me. And so I hope this helped. I know a lot of people have asked me, how do you store this? How do you store that? And yeah, so anyway, that's the way I do it. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe it'll help you with some of your own storage solutions. So anyway, you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.